Hello and welcome to a brand new Zoology King Nature YouTube video. Today's episode is on caterpillars. And let's get started right away. First section, caterpillars. Now there's not much that a caterpillar can do. It mostly just eats and then waits for itself to turn into a cocoon or chrysalis and then turn into a butterfly or a moth. But they have to get ready and full of food to be prepared for that long wait to turn from a caterpillar to a cocoon and then to a butterfly or moth. So what it does is it basically just eats a ton. It eats so much that the monarch butterfly, as soon as it's born, it'll eat its eggshell and then it'll start eating immediately on the leaf that it is on. And I'm about to show a video right now that shows a caterpillar that's eaten so much that underneath it's got like all the stuff it used to eat, aka its poop, just sitting underneath it because it's been eating that long. And I'll show that right now. Now, as you can see, that caterpillar is pretty defenseless. I mean, it's just basically a walking thing of green gunk, just with like multiple legs. That's just a free meal for animals. So that means it has one of two, maybe three different things that it can do to make itself look different and unappetizing or just not seen at all, such as camouflage, whether it's for prey or for predator. And caterpillar in this instant is prey, so it'll look like a leaf or a stick or whatever it's sitting on, and it'll just try and look like it's not there, and it'll try and blend in with its environment. And then there's some caterpillars that are like the monarch I just showed. It is actually technically venomous because what it eats, well, not venomous but poisonous. Venomous is when an animal bites you and then it injects venom, but it's poisonous if you eat it and then it injects the poison. So the milkweed that the monarch caterpillar eats is actually poisonous. Well, it tastes really bad to animals that would eat it. So if one animal eats a caterpillar, then it's definitely not going to eat that same caterpillar, well, at least for monarchs, ever again, hopefully, unless it's a really not smart animal. And it, as you can see, it kind of reminds you of a bee with the yellow and black stripes, because it's trying to show off that it's poisonous and you shouldn't eat it in the first place. And then there's some caterpillars that look incredibly poisonous and actually are not. Just like, in the corner, isn't it? Oh. Okay, we'll get into more into that caterpillar in just a second here, but God, it's scary. Now, the cocoon is a seal for the caterpillar for when it is going into metamorphosis, so it protects it while it's changing into a moth or a butterfly. Now, the reason it needs like a whole shell for it and it can't just do it regularly is because it's going to be happening for a long time. With some creatures, like a morphing can only take a little bit, so they don't need a shell. Such as when an animal sheds its skin, it's not going to need a whole shell. Maybe a little bit of cover, but not like its own made structure to protect itself. But a caterpillar is going to take like months, most likely in most cases months, to hatch as a butterfly or a moth, such as a Cecrophia moth caterpillar. That is the one I was showing in the corner before, and it takes over 6 months to hatch, so it goes through winter in order to hatch. And this is a long time to be inside there. And I was hoping that maybe I could like capture it flying away as a butterfly, but it's not going to be happening for a while. So when it does happen, we still have it under captivity. So when it does happen, we will show it if it survives that long. But yeah, we can't show it on this video because I actually want to get this video out. So that's about all it is for cocoons and chrysalises. And I'm going to show right below, I forgot right now, but I'm going to show right below cocoons for what? Cocoon is for butterfly or moth, and chrysalis is for butterfly or moth, because I don't remember off the top of my head. And before we go to butterflies and moths, I want to show you this quick video, it's really quick actually, of the Cecrophia moth caterpillar turning into a cocoon. And I'm going to have my logo on the corner, so don't steal it. Alright, play the video. And now, as a butterfly or moth, the previous caterpillar is free to go wherever it wants. Some caterpillars, well, now butterflies, such as a monarch, go through long journeys to the south to repopulate and migration, and some just fly around wherever they want, around the trees. And speaking of trees, there's not much left of them, and that's because of mass deforestation by companies, and it's pretty bad. So what you can do to help save trees is go to teamtrees.org, which means if you spend $1, you can get a tree planted for $1. So $1 equals 1 tree. And it was an event created in hopes that by 2020, $20 million will be donated, and that in such 20 million trees will be planted. And I'll put the link to that website down below. And anyway, that's it for this video. See you later.